EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers.
Set to kick off.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On first and 10, Love got a man. It's Tanyan complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. To the air again, Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Going back to Love. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
An 8-yard pickup.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. first down. Love to pass. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. The shotgun, it's Love. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
First carry now. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll try to run the option here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On the ground, this is Williams. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On second down, Love once more. Looking deep. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's a gain of
Give him 32 on the play.
And the Packer first down.
To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. 30, the 20, 10, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. A big play there by the rookie, an interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Packers 3. Santos set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Montgomery. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Able to slither by. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
16 yards, a first down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Love. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Davante Adams, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Throwing. Love. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Love now. Left side completion to Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
19 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Packers 10, Bears 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Bring it.
They'll try the end around with Robinson.
Let's go, defense.
get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
David Montgomery, the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years, our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He's
pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
He was brought down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20.
Greatest show on earth, baby.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Mason Crosby for
what you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Being chased out left. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Big things today, baby. Big things today, y'all. Ready?
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Makes the score.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That's good for a
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And shedding through the tackle. And he returns this to the 22.
And on the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
They run. Montgomery. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
That one completed to J.P. Holtz. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First target, first catch at a 1st down.
39-yard line.
Kill, turn up. Deuce.
Now Montgomery. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield. Third down here.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's the option. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 26. So that one will be accepted. Now a run with Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Montgomery, the ball.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
On 1st and 10, Love. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 2. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Third and long for Love. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him. On 2nd down, Montgomery. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 5, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The give to the fullback on the dive. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
On second down, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
3rd down and 8.
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Love from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun. Love. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And a Packer 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Love. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action. Love to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 26. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st down, Packers.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Looking deep for Adams. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds. yards, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Robert Quinn, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He's got it up to the 15. Showed off some fancy footwork there on the play.
Josh Jackson on the
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Williams, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
17, Devontae Adams.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like Fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Bears 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 35. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Intercepted by the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And a Packer first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Yellow. 59, Mike to 59. I got him. Mike 59, Mike 59. I'm going.
From the gun, Love. Looking deep for Adams. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike, check. 59.
Throwing again. Love. Forced out to his left.
Today's final.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Packers, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Chicago, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.